This novel is about Piper McCloud, a country girl who lives in the lowland country with her mom, Betty McCloud, and her dad, Joe McCloud, who as a baby was able to float and then later discovered she could fly. Her mother warned Piper not to fly because others would not understand. Unfortunately, she accidentally uncovered her secret at the county picnic during a baseball game after a mean girl kept teasing her about losing the game. Piper got angry and flew in the air to catch a baseball. Everyone saw her fly. The next morning, she was mobbed by reporters trying to get the latest scoop on the girl who could fly. The news attracted a scientist named Dr. Helen, who wanted to take Piper away to a school for children with special abilities in order to protect her. After much coercing from the scientist to leave her family, Piper agreed to reside at the academy and not to ever fly again. Before she left, her father gave her a bird he had carved for her. Piper cherished the gift. When she arrives, she takes an elevator underground to level 13, where all the children reside, including Conrad, whose power is being very smart, Smitty, who has X-ray vision, Kimber can manipulate electricity, Violet can shrink and grow, Nahamed and Ahmed, twins, can control the weather, Daisy has great strength, Lily has telekinesis, Myrtle is very fast, great speed, and Jasper, whose power is unknown. When she first arrives at the school, Piper is happy to be around the other kids. She starts making friends and takes on the class bully. Until one day the bully takes her beloved carved bird and throws it into the incinerator. As she races to rescue her necklace, she discovers the real enemy. She collects all her courage to lead and work together with the other kids in order to escape the school and get back to their families. While they attempt to escape, they discover other animals and plants with special abilities being hurt and killed. Piper befriends a black cricket, which eventually reveals its special talent to her. The kids want to help the animals, but they first must escape and help themselves. This is a wonderful adventure story that could take place today. There are many wonderful characters and heroes, along with a great villain who is not so evil in the end. The story made me explore the concept of what is normal and how we treat people who do not fall into that spectrum of normal. It also demonstrates the strength of human spirit and friendship. I recommend this book to everyone. Vocabulary. Words are important, and here are mine. Nonsense. Language, conduct, or an idea that is absurd or contrary to good sense. Notion. An idea or concept. Benevolence, a kindly act. Immune, resistant to any kind of disease. Pygmy, something very small. That is an adult kitty. Trajectory, the path of a moving body. Hoist, to raise or become raised into position, especially by mechanical means. Corridor, a hallway. Dormitory, a place for someone to sleep or live, such as a college. Colossal, really big, such as really big fish story. Questions and answers. Here are mine. What was Piper McCloud's ability? Able to fly, of course. What is the meaning of the school insane? To take away their power to make them normal. How did people around the globe get to know that Piper flew? Piper flew to catch a ball in a baseball game. How did Conrad act like in the beginning? Conrad seemed horribly mean. What happens to Conrad in the end? Conrad comes to live with Piper and her parents. What talent would you have if you could pick something unique? I would like the talent of being able to have endless energy without sleeping or eating. I could do work and play 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I would have so much more time to learn new things and get things completed. Use the dictionary to define piper as an idiom, pay the piper. Next, compare the characteristics of the definition with how Piper behaves as a character. Piper was a leader and stood up and fought for what she believed was right. When she was caught escaping, she had to pay the piper when Dr. Hellion tortured her in the mold. She also had to pay the piper when she flew at the picnic in the beginning of the story. Even though these things happened to her, she stayed strong and continued to do what she thought was right for her and for others. How did Piper and Conrad's relationship change over the course of the book? At first, Piper and Conrad were enemies. Piper played the protector from Conrad's apparent wrath towards their classmates. Then, after a major conflict between Piper and Conrad, which resulted in Conrad appearing to throw Piper's cherished bird necklace in the incinerator, they became a team which defeated the evil Dr. Hellion. Why do you think Dr. Hellion wanted to make everyone normal? She could never forgive herself for what happened to her sister while they were flying. Her pain sank down into the depths of her soul. When a horrible event happens in our lives, we want to make a difference by making sure those horrible things do not happen to other people. Dr. Hellion thought she was making a positive difference by making everyone and everything normal. What animal or plant would you like to have that was in the story? I like the rose. I wonder if you could teach it how to talk. It would be interesting to hear about life from the perspective of the plant. Can they really talk to other plants? How do they deal with the different weather conditions? Humans are often complaining or rejoicing about it. I bet plants do the same. So many questions I have. Victoria Forster is the author of The Girl Who Could Fly, a Booklist Editor's Choice and Bank Street Best Children's Book of the Year. She is also a successful screenwriter and originally wrote The Girl Who Could Fly for film. She liked the story so much that she decided to expand it into her first book. Victoria grew up in a remote farm in Ontario, Canada, and graduated from the University of Toronto. She now lives in Los Angeles with her husband, daughter, and cat.